Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Star Trek, Lower Decks, Season 5, Episode 7. Only a few more left. What'd you think?
This was great.
Yeah.
I really liked this one. Yeah.
I feel this one was my fault, because I was like, oh, we haven't seen a lot of the side characters. I mentioned Barnes, and I was like...
Got lots of Barnes.
Yeah, lots of Jack, lots of everything.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was trying to fix all of Billups' half-assed engineering problems and how happy he was about all of them.
I like that he has like an Australian engineer assistant.
Mm-hmm. I think we've seen her before.
Yeah.
She seemed familiar.
But I heard the voice a lot more today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shaxs gotta be my favorite.
Oh yeah, Shaxs was real good.
Just starts hallucinating himself, and then an evil version of him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he has to take the day off and just like channel himself, relive some of his past, and then battle and defeat himself.
Yes, I really liked how apparently he's just never considered therapy before, and he's super into it.
Well, I think it was the fact that the doctor said, we can give you more weapons.
Yeah, Migley Monu knew how to talk to him.
Yeah. More emotional weapons.
Chief Security Officer, personal log. The visions are happening again, more potent than ever before. I don't care how many times you come back to haunt me. I'll never let you win.
We got pumpkin carving, and that was about it with the Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mariner got trapped in a painting.
Yeah, well, she mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
How come you never get trapped in a painting? We got a lot of upper deck stuff. It was all the command crew and what they go through on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think, where this is positioned in the season and the show, this was a good wrap-up for all the kind of background characters. This was good to give them one last hurrah before we get into what I assume is the two-parter to end it off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cave Woman Barnes.
Yeah, that was fun. She was better at her sousaphone or whatever than I thought she was going to be.
Just place it louder. Come on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ensign.
Thank you for coming to my recital. Ah! Sorry, I thought I saw some fire.
Jack's trying to reel in the Delta and Beta crew as they're working to get these giant
Space cows.
Space cows. Yeah. They're eating stuff off rocks, algae or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they're just, they're... It's pointless in the end because, that guy wasn't a scientist. They need to calm them down so that they could, get some good readings on them. But that guy was the reason they were agitated because his fleet was out there and they wanted to invade the Cerritos because they want to use their organs as cloaking technology and eat the rest depending on texture and taste.
Yes. Space cow, medium rare. Probably good.
I would assume you would know how to cook and spice and it wouldn't matter. Billups is running around engineering. A lot of shit goes wrong. Didn't fix some of the makeshift stuff he did. And came to bite back in the ass.
Yeah, the AI golem was wonderful.
Yeah, that was weird. Got trapped in a tube at the end.
Yep.
So we gotta turn that off too?
Yeah, but I got it used from some binars, so it activates an AI defense golem to prevent tampering.
What's an AI defense golem?
Oh, it's an artificial construct. Whoa! Meredith, it's up to you!
What do I do?
They were doing kind of Spock's death scene from Wrath of Khan there. Just no. That's how everyone wants to go out.
That's how every engineer wants to go out.
Yeah.
You gotta let me get you out of there.
No. You let all the coolant out. It's okay. This is how all engineers want to go. At work. In a tube.
I can't let that happen.
She just breaks the glass, with the axe, in case of emergency, of which, he pointed out. She's like, well, if this isn't an emergency, what is?
Billups is always just so into it, and I love that.
Oh, it is funny. It's just like that little, not even an ensign.
The cadet comes in.
It's like, oh, there's a blinking light. I was gonna go repair it. Can you help me? Yes.
Let's do this.
I found a burned-out indicator light above the door. Could you help me with the repair?
Let's do this.
Carol's husband shows up. They go to Paris.
Yep.
On the holodeck.
It looked like the same place that Picard went.
It did.
Yeah.
It did, and there were half a dozen like direct references of things that like were 100% unnecessary. I was like, yeah, I get it. You guys like to love Easter eggs and making references, but it's like it stopped. This episode felt like it wasn't its own show. It was telling you all these other things and like constantly like, oh, you gotta reference this and you gotta reference your own stuff. It's 5 seasons now.
Yeah. Well, they did. Apparently this enemy was from season 1 briefly.
Yeah.
And I don't remember them at all, and they made that joke in the episode. Like, no, we've actually met before. And she's like, what? Oh.
Yeah, well, when they said Clickets, I was just like, I heard that name earlier in this episode. Because it was at the morning briefing.
Yeah.
They're an interesting command crew. Just, huddles and, it's little chairs.
Doesn't seem very in character for T'Ana to be doing the cheer.
No.
But, God, she's getting more and more extreme as this season goes on, I think, in particular.
More ridiculous.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, needed to, because somebody said that her pain treatment wasn't good, that she decided to put herself in a lot of pain for no reason. I did like when the Clicket shot her.
That was set to kill.
So am I!
Probably the best line of the episode.
Yeah.
That's the T'Ana we want to see. And I also did like her sassy nurse, or if he was another doctor. But yeah, that was like probably the best personality to play off hers, because he's just not treating her serious.
No, not even good kitty at the end. However.
Yeah.
Everybody had an assistant for some reason. Captain just has her own personal assistant. I guess it would make sense.
Well, that guy was used to fawn over Ransom, didn't he?
Yeah, he was like Ransom's buddy.
Works every time. First officer's log. As usual, my grasp of the lower decker mind has proven to... carry on, Ensign.
I know you just pretend to be an idiot to trick us into getting along.
Ransom's command style?
Very interesting, but effective.
Yeah, and nobody would believe you.
We get results here.
Yeah, he just stops everybody and tells them a long story about himself, I think, working out. And then he stops everybody again when that didn't work, and just works out and then falls asleep. And everybody decides, let's work together to show him. And then he just wakes up as he was pretending to sleep. And it's just like, that's how it's done.
Yeah, just how they teach it at the academy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen like better command skills out of him in prior episodes, but...
Well, I think he said he only uses that as the last resort.
Oh. Why didn't he use some of those first resorts?
You said you liked Shaxs. We didn't talk about him too much.
Oh, well.
He's got his PTSD demon that he's fighting. All the Cardassians.
There was just some cool imagery there. I really like the snake coming out, and he's just talking to himself, and then he's just like goes into meditation, has himself, his spiritual self, come out and do
just
battle.
Start wailing on him, like
and he just killed a ton of Cardassians. It was like some good fantasy imagery, and it was nice and dark, and I kind of liked that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Put me down! Welcome to the Bear Pack!
I did like the outfit of the alt Shaxs, especially at the start.
Even you said that you're just like, it's just like kind of a repercussion of when he died, coming back, and I was just like, even that's cool. Like, that'd be neat.
Yeah. No, it was its own thing.
Yeah. Well, final lot, bitch.
Yeah, this one was real good. I think this is kind of interesting because a couple episodes ago, we had an episode that I didn't like because it was focusing too much on not our core lower decks crew.
Yeah.
And I liked this one quite a bit, despite it doing the same thing. But I think that was just because these were characters we were familiar with, and they were doing good work with them.
I think you're all over the place because you're just like, oh, this one didn't focus. Klingons!
Oh, the Klingons were great.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Didn't focus on the holodeck crew at all.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. So you're just back and forth. That's
No,
what I'm saying.
I got no idea what I'm talking about, but I like this episode.
The final episode of the season is the new Next Generation.
Mm-hmm.
Could just be an episode of Next Generation.
What if they just do the Enterprise ending again?
Yeah, just have a holodeck. Well, yeah, I think they already did that, didn't they?
I dare you.
Didn't they already make that joke?
Oh yeah, they did. When that was like season 2 when Boimler was on the Titan, right?
I don't think that was a holodeck thing.
Oh well, they did have Riker come out and be like, "Oh yeah, I was just running my NX-01 program."
Yeah. Yeah. Good times, those NX-1 programs.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple to Paul ones. Yeah, no, good episode. Better than not last week's, but the one before.
Yeah, that was the one I didn't like either.
Silence, fool!
You're not from Starfleet.
That's right.
Nothing as good as Starbase 80, though.
Starbase 80 was fun.
Just like the horror aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.